Track wrestling with Matt Lindland, 2000 Olympic silver medalist, 2001 world silver medalist. Of course, you're in charge of the Greco-Roman national team for USA Wrestling. Let's start with a great story. Max Nowry, 11 times he tries to qualify for the world championship team. He finally makes it. Solid performance, fifth place finish. Talk about his tournament.
He wrestled well. He competed well. He's been, doing the right things all year. He's been embracing some adjustments that, we've been talking about with him. He's gotten a lot better. He didn't sit out and switch on that last guy. He kept his hands locked. It was tough, but Mac's a wonderful young man, and it's great to see him, getting to where he wants to be. But there's another level for him. Really, honestly, he's capable of, being on the podiums. It just didn't happen at this tournament.
He lost to an opponent from Kazakhstan. Talk about how hard it is to beat someone in their home country.
Man, it's always hard to beat guys in their own home country. I remember the qualifier in 2000. I lost to the Uzbek in the qualifier in the finals and ended up wrestling him second round at the Olympics. So it definitely changes. You don't get all the best calls, but you still, even under adverse circumstances, the champions got to go out and they got to compete under any adversity, and they got to find ways to win. And Max is certainly capable of doing that.
We've talked throughout our interviews about how progress has been made. How do you quantify progress? What do you see as the progress that was made?
Well, I mean, our athletes are, professional sportsmen now. They're not just, trying to make teams. I mean, you can see that these guys aren't satisfied with being on a world team or making a team. They're coming out here to win medals, and they're putting the work in, they're putting the effort in, the time that it takes. They're making the adjustments, and we're just not making them fast enough, and our competition's making a lot of great adjustments too. It's a lot of depth there. There's a lot of depth, and the world is very strong right now, and this is a very tough tournament. I mean, not just our guys. I mean, we saw, world and Olympic champions go down in first rounds today, and you're like guys that we look at, they're like, man, he's invincible, and they're getting beat, right? And I mean, Vlasov's going to get pulled back in for a repechage round. Kim's out. He's done, and number one seed, returning, Olympic champs. And, I mean, it's insane how good it is here.
Still have to qualify the 6 weight classes. How do you approach that? What's the plan going forward?
Well, there's a lot of plans going forward. I think our first opportunity is obviously the Pan Am qualifier, and that's happening March 14th. We prepare, we train, and we go there and compete, and hopefully we can get some of these Cubans out of the bracket. Looks like we got a few of the top guys, the world champs, the Olympic champs, are kind of out of those brackets. So we might not have to beat a world Olympic champ to get out of the bracket. It's it's hard. This situation's hard. I keep thinking about like times in my career, and year before the Olympics, I didn't qualify at the championships the year before. I tore my elbow out, and I actually had to get surgery and rehab. Fortunately, I'd beaten a squee the year before, who was a 2-time Olympic champion. He decided to go down a weight class, and their backup was a world champion. And I had to beat Nestor Almanza, to qualify the weight class in Cali, Colombia that year. That's the level of things we got to do. You beat an Olympic champion and drive him out of your weight class, and next thing you know, there's a world champion that you got to take out, and that's the kind of jumps we have to make. Those are the kind of levels we got to get ourselves to, and we've got the athletes that are definitely capable of doing this. I mean, it's a little adjustments. We're not far away. We didn't get any medals. We won some matches. We didn't have a guy in the semis, but believe it or not, even that, I can see that we're closer than maybe the stats look, or the statistics and the what it looks like on paper. Those are really small adjustments. So and other guys are taking out world champs and Olympic champs, and how do you do that? You figure that out. You know, you chase them down. You go find where they're going to compete. You go wrestle them. You go wrestle them again. And maybe you get beat up. Maybe you lose. But maybe you lose big because you're trying and you're experimenting. You're looking for new ways. And then you figure that out and you just hone that in and you get after it. And you do it when it counts. You got to do it when it counts. And the lights are on. So we can do it, man. You know, I don't know. I'm disappointed. But not in our guys' efforts and their attitudes and the way they perform. I'm just disappointed that they didn't get what they wanted because they're doing a lot of things right. More takes more. This is really hard.
We've been talking with Matt Lindland. Thanks for the breakdown of Greco-Roman performance at the 2019 World Championships.